What did you dislike at first but ended up really liking? A lot of vegetables. My mother is not the greatest cook and it took years to realize veggies were delicious when seasoned and cooked properly. My mom only got veggies from a can.
Coffee. After my first cup of coffee, I was like I'm never drinking this again. Now, 25 years later, I can't start my day without it.
First I liked Minecraft, then started hating it because of all the small kids. Now I adore it since it is a great game. You mean, I first liked Minecraft because it's a good game, then I hated it because the internet told me to, then I liked it because the internet said it was okay again. More or less yet. And I know I'm not the only one.
Sushi. I feel I am allergic to sushi. Whenever I eat 80 of them I puke. Probably have a nervous stomach due to hunger. Try eating another 40 or so and that should help. Source, I'm not a doctor.
Girls. Now I have a girlfriend. Impossible. No. Don't do that. Don't give me hope.
Myself. Ha, same, except after 30 years I still hate it. I'm about halfway there.
Beer. I always say no one likes beer. You just drink enough of it until you do. I think that applies to alcohol in general. Plain, I mean, not mixed drinks. I'm sure there's individuals who are exceptions, but it's usually an acquired taste. I liked whiskey from the first time I tasted it after stealing some from my parents' liquor cabinet. Exceptions are definitely there, like with me and whiskey, but I agree most of the time it's an acquired taste. I have never not liked beer.
Anime. I'm not a weeb, I just like Japanese music. 2 years later, that body pillow is so cute, I need it.
Metal music. Dude, once you get it, you get it. And you start to notice the intricacies of the instruments, and then dive into the technicalities of the vocals, and it's just like, imagine Mozart, but turned up to 11. Metal. And there's so many kinds and so many bands. Right here. I remember hearing a song with screaming and was like shitting on it with my friends who showed it to me. But when I went home I kept looking into it and now I just love it. Yeah, it's like spicy food, you have tough time eating it first but then you either start loving it or hating it.
Dark chocolate. I still like milk, but I prefer dark. Same. Is it weird to think that milk chocolate is too sweet? You appreciate the cacao more when there's less sugar. Palm oil. 60% and 70% are delicious. I'll admit 85% and 90% are a bit harder to bear. I heard the higher percent ones would be bitter, but my brother gave me a 99% a couple of weeks ago and I loved it.
My current job. I'm hoping this is me, I'm slowly getting to the I like it phase. Every job has pros and cons. Look for the good in it and you should end up liking it more. Good luck. Thanks, it's my dream job, it just entails far more paperwork than I was aware of. I am slowly getting there though.
Harry Potter used to genuinely terrify me, but I just so happened to look up when there was dragons in GOF or Voldemort was doing his thing or something 8-year-old me would find scary. Now though, I can't get enough. Same, 9 Wyoming was fine with book 1 and 2 but Prisoner of Azkaban was too scary because of those damn Dementors. Now it's my fav book.
You know how a lot of people like superheroes as kids? I hated them. I thought that most of their costumes looked stupid and was too immature to understand why everyone was beating each other up. But starting at age 14, I actually ended up being a big fan of Marvel for a while. I don't really keep up with their movies anymore, but I can say with certainty that I still like most of the ones that I have seen. I mean, when I was a kid, the X-Men wore their underwear outside of their pants, so yeah, it was pretty stupid in a way the current X-Men aren't. That's pretty much what happened to me. I didn't care for superheroes at all, but then something in the trailer for the Avengers stuck out to me, and so I made sure to watch it in theaters. As soon as the helicarrier took off out of the water, I was hooked.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I can't get past the first few episodes, especially the one centered around transphobia. I know the idea is that the main characters are awful people, but I just can't get over a trans woman's anatomy being used as a punchline over and over.
My wife. I also choose this guy's wife. Agreed.
Asparagus. Growing up, I only had it out of the can. Nasty ass stuff. My brother loves it. I won't eat it. I tried fresh asparagus and love it. Wrap smoked salmon around it. Around the canned stuff or fresh? Fresh. Canned is shit, we just went over this. Got it. No canned shit.
College. My first month there was rough, but now I would literally give everything I own to be back in college. Same here, except, I loved college from the jump. Ha. Literally.
Country music. Hated it with a passion for years and years. One day a country song came on the radio that I found myself liking. Gave it a chance and ended up really liking it. Old Town Road isn't really a country song. Haha, I agree. But that wasn't the song. This was a few years back. Different song.
People. Wait, are you telling me you can actually start liking these? Disgusting.
Brats. I used to hate all sausage in general because I didn't like the texture or taste, but after marrying my husband, he made me brats and it's my favorite thing now. To be fair though, I only like it when he makes it. For some reason I thought you were talking about Bratz dolls. Was a little confused for a moment. I was thinking of shitty young ends.
Naps. Yes. Hated them as a kid. Luxury item as an adult. Took 30 years for this joke to be told.
Musicals. Same. First, I thought how ridiculous that everybody bursts out singing and dancing, but now I love it so much. My favorite at the moment are Heathers and Percy Jackson and The Lighting Thief, the musical, long name IK.
Music. Like I don't know how I lived without crazy noisy bizarre town. Mornings without Moriocho radio are terrible.
K-pop. Pray for maturity. K-poop more like.
I'm Mexican, and there's a dish called menudo that used to creep me out. It's this spicy soup made with cow stomach. It wasn't until high school that I began to really love it. Same, the meat used to always gross me out. For me it's the texture of the meat I can't handle. But I love the soup itself. Agreed. I don't like menudo, but I really enjoy pozole. I hate the meat, but the actual soup is what I can't get enough of.
Reddit and jazz. I always thought Reddit was for lame losers, but I really found it to be fun and interesting when I made my account. Same thing with jazz. What is a jazz account and how do I make one? You're not stupid, jazz is stupid. Jazz is stupid. Sobs, I mean just play the right notes.
Sour Patch Kids, the first few time I tried them I couldn't stand how sour they were. Got some for Easter a few years later and ended up loving them, now I eat them all the time. I would like them to be more sour in terms of flavor, but my real issue with the candy is how the large sugar, or whatever it is, crystals on them destroys my tongue after a few of them. It's probably my fault from how I kind of suck on them to enjoy the flavor, but it's still a pain. I hear some very sour candy can eat away at your mouth flesh if you let it sit in one place for too long though, so maybe I should stop that in general.